Here we go. 20.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Coleman has it here right side. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Exit.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Here we go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Coleman now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now the 2nd year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Thompson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Geis with a carry on second down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
It's now 4th and goal.
Ready? Pittsburgh. 51. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run for it. Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This is Coleman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Garoppolo now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with Geis, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Haskins. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On second down, it's Thompson, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 times. Out as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14.
49ers 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here we go. I got this.
Hey, let's get there.
Hey, no, look up. Hey, we got Mike 50. Two.
On first down, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to look end zone here for Pettis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Gets this one left side to Pettis. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here we go. Mike 51.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And Reed with it over the middle. Jordan Reed, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Hopkins with the extra point. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Geis. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Now Haskins, third and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They will run again with Coleman. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Here we go. 180.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, come on up, come on up.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
It's a gain of 20.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
11.
Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
11. Hey, Alpha.
Here we go.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards on the play, first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Coleman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Garoppolo. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, it's Haskins to Thompson on the screen. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A toss right to Geis. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And cuts out right sideline. Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, 61 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead now up to 14.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
21. Mike 50, Mike 50. Bravo.
All day, every day, any day. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Going to throw deep for the and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Geis. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now is Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. 20.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Off the edge, this sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
12.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And it's caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Redskins 42, 49ers 28.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up second and 13. Haskins going to try to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Next the score, Redskins 49, 49ers 28.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They go play action here on first down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Come on.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.